Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Record highs are possible today. We may see temperatures hit 90 degrees for highs in places like New York City, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. This is going to be maybe the last stand of this big upper high that is sitting in the eastern part of the United States. And then we're going to see some changes. Many areas tomorrow will have a tough time getting out of the 50s and 60s as this first cold front or thunderstorm. And then we're going to see a second cold front that is going to be coming through for later Thursday. And that could produce a few more showers. I'm not talking about a whole lot of rain here, but at least it's something from the standpoint of rainfall, because we've been so bone dry since the beginning of the month of September. And the pattern is changing to allow us to get into more opportunities for showers going forward. And one of the things you look for, especially this time of year, is what I would refer to as a good temperature launching pad. And we had that set up this morning. These are temperatures at 8 a.m. We have readings already up into the middle 70s, and the dew points are high too, so the humidity is up there with temperatures with dew points up in the upper 60s to around 70 in some places. Now, the frontal boundary is running from, as best as I can figure it out, as of 8 a.m. It looks like the frontal boundary is somewhere running through upstate New York, and I'm going to try to draw in the front based on where I can see these the wind shifts. And let's see, it's giving me a tough time here trying to draw it, but it looks like you draw a line along about I-90. In general, it's not the most solid frontal boundary in the world, but north of there, we're seeing winds from the north and northwest, even some westerly winds. On the other side of it, you've got winds from the west and southwest. So here's where you're starting to heat up. But remember, this frontal boundary is moving southward at a pretty fair pace. So I am expected to arrive down near New York City sometime at about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon and begin the process of shifting winds around. So looking at the satellite, the other question you have to look at is, well, how much sun are you going to get? And notice there is a fair amount of high cloud cover up to the north in upstate New York. But to the south of there, it's wide open. Particularly, you get down through central and South Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, down into Virginia. There's hardly a cloud to be found. And that also sets the table for a solid round of daytime heating. So just taking a look at the high temperature forecast for today, we're going to see readings that are going to be topping out generally, as we said, up around the 90-degree mark. In most places. Looks like they've nudged the numbers even a little bit higher for New York City, putting a 91 there, 90 for Trenton, 92 for Philadelphia, 96 for Baltimore, 94 for Washington, Harrisburg, 87, Lancaster about 89. So you got some temperatures down near the Pennsylvania border close to 90, and in South Jersey also in the low 90s. You head up north, though, you're seeing 60s and 70s. You go north of Route 84, actually probably once you get north of, say, Kingston in the Hudson Valley and north of Scranton, you're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the 70s or even the 60s. So that's that cooler air starting to push southward. And that's going to be the situation here for the next several days. Once that front goes by, big changes coming up for tomorrow. So the first front is right here. And the Storm Prediction Center, by the way, is not indicating any risk for severe weather, although I wouldn't be shocked if we wind up getting a stronger thunderstorm that pops up in the mix here for late this afternoon and this evening. And that front is down almost into Delaware and Maryland by 2 a.m. and by tomorrow morning, it's pretty far to the south. The models have actually given it a little bit of a stronger push here in the most recent run. And then tomorrow, here comes the second and more important system with probably a better chance for showers. It doesn't rain all day long, but there will be at least some showers there and a big temperature shift tomorrow. And then Friday, this is the next big high coming in You're going to have a really strong flow moving down from the north. And that dry air, by the way, pushes all the way down into the southeastern part of the United States. As far as the weekend is concerned, just very quickly, a very cool Saturday morning. There are going to be frosts going on throughout much of the Northeast Friday night into Saturday morning. I don't know how far south they're going to get. I don't think they'll get down to the coast, but they will get close or close enough. And then on Sunday, arriving clouds. Here comes the next cold front with a pretty good chance for widespread showers from Maine all the way down through the southeastern part of the United States, which has been dealing with very, very dry weather, very little rainfall other than some scattered thunderstorms every once in a while, and temperatures that have been in the mid 90s on an almost daily basis. So just a real quick view here of the situation for tomorrow. Just wanted to show you the big temperature change tomorrow. If you're in the Hudson Valley, you're looking at temperatures not out of the 50s. Same for Connecticut. Barely back to 60 in New York City. Upper 50s in northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania. South Jersey, upper 60s to around 70. Generally up mid 60s to around 70, southern Pennsylvania for Thursday. And then you have to go back down into Virginia where the boundary is of the first front, where you start to get back into temperatures that are going to be in the 80s. Just very quickly, Hurricane Lorenzo, top winds are about 90 miles an hour or so at 42.3, 29.4 latitude, longitude, moving through the Azores with hurricane force winds being experienced there and rushing rapidly to the northeast at 43 miles an hour. And based on the Hurricane Center's forecast, now we're going to see this transition over into a post-tropical cyclone. So it's going to start looking less and less like a tropical storm and more like a typical Atlantic Ocean cyclone. And there will be the potential for hurricane force winds with this particular post-tropical cyclone Lorenzo as it makes its approach to Ireland. And then it looks like it will cross Ireland, slowly weakening into a tropical storm as it heads into Wales and into southern England. And this is going to be for Thursday into Friday morning. And Lorenzo, as we've said a number of times, Lorenzo is really going to be doing a fairly good job in orchestrating a wholesale pattern change across the northern hemisphere. And you're starting to probably see a little bit of that going on with respect to our weather changes that we're going to see here over the next couple of days. Don't forget to download my free weather app. It's on Google Play. It's on the App Store. It's been updated, and you should have it, okay? Because just in case there's an issue on any of the other platforms, you can always access my weather easily, and you can access weather for your own location, current conditions, and local forecasts, and it does default to your location, so you don't have to enter it every time. That was one of the changes we made on the updates, and that's available now for both iPhones and for Android devices. So download today. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and search for the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi Weather app. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow on Weatherman 5, and we'll see you tonight on my YouTube live stream at roughly 7 o'clock Eastern Time.